And let me tell you, if you didn't show up to Cru Winter Conference, you really missed out. Hey guys, welcome to Cru. My name is Josh Johnson. I'm a junior here at UMD. I'm really sorry I can't be here with you tonight, but I'm very thankful to have this opportunity to share with you about this past year's Cru Winter Conference. I'd like to share with you basically just one sermon that impacted me. It was on the day of outreach, so 2 days before the conference ended. It was by Kempton Turner, and basically the gist of it is, do you get it? So let me start here in Mark 8:27. If you guys want to follow with me, you can. And Jesus went on with his disciples to the villages of Philippi. And on his way, he asked his disciples, "Who do you say that I am?" And he asked them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Peter answered him, "You are Christ." So that's the question. Who do you say that he is? Whenever the opportunity presents itself, no matter what it is, who do you say that Jesus is? Is he some guy? Is he my friend? Is he Christ? Is he this awesome dude? How do you present your faith? But that's just the foundation of where everything gets started. The real question is, do you get it? Do you know what you're getting yourself into? And let me continue on reading from Mark 8:29. Jesus began to teach him that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and the chief priests and the scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. And he said this plainly, and Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. Peter turned Jesus away and said, "You can't do this. You can't." But turning and seeing his disciples, he rebuked Peter and said, "Get behind me, Satan, for you are not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man." And calling to the crowd to him with his disciples, he said to them, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it." That's a pretty powerful scripture right there. Basically what you encounter here is sometimes we think we're entering a Christian life where everything's going to get easier, everything's going to be joyful, everything's going to be nothing but laughs and smiles. And let me tell you, there's a lot of it. But as soon as you enter it, you're not called to have fun. You're actually called to suffer. How often is it that you are called to go hang out with your friends and go suffer? Like, hey, you want to go get burned by fire torches later? Yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. We're going to suffer from pain. I'm not talking about physical pain. I'm talking about those moments when we're rejected, when the guys ask out a beautiful girl and gets rejected, when the girl doesn't know how she looks and she's emotionally in pain. I feel like emotional pain is more severe than physical pain. So throughout this message, he's really emphasizing we're called to suffer. We're called to go get rejected. But in those moments of rejection, in those moments of hatred and sorrow, come the greatest outcomes. As it says earlier, it says, anyone who would save his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. The outcome is so much greater. And he really challenged us. Kempton Turner really challenged us. Number one, you have to deny yourself. You are no one without Jesus. The only one who can truly satisfy the heart is the one who created it. Remember that. Secondly, take up your cross. Cru really emphasizes this well, that we should not be afraid to share our faith. In fact, they bring it in here every week on Thursday night just to talk about faith and to talk about what God's doing here on campus and Minnesota, sometimes even in the U.S., or for all you mission people out there around the world. And lastly, follow Jesus. I feel like a lot of times we get put on this path and we just kind of get confused, whether it's with our faith, whether it's just other things like our family, and we get confused like, are we doing the right thing? Whether it's relationships, finance, sometimes even school and education. We really get all this stuff planted in us that which can be negative. But Jesus and Kempton really, really challenge us to deny yourself. You are no one without Christ. Take up your cross and follow him. Thanks for letting me share. Hey guys, welcome to Cru. Sorry I can't make it with you tonight. I'm actually working, but I have the opportunity to share with you over camera. Is that good?
Yeah.
We'll cut that out. Allow myself to introduce myself. My name is Jay. O to the SH. Josh. Got to know me as that Johnson. Excuse me. Don't put that on there. That was loud. I was trying to hold that. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ben Wallace. I play for the Detroit Pistons. Back in the years of 2001 to 2004, I was a Hall.
That's gonna be awesome.
I feel like we'll have to go back and watch this, but then add more.